his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity. And his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. But I will send fire upon Teman, which shall devour the palaces of Basra.
Yeah, so his anger did tear perpetually, which is what I got this brother, he has right now. You got that Ezekiel, you know what I'm saying? That it pretty much explains the very same thing. You know what I'm saying? That in perpetual is never ending. So that goes back to what we were saying. Esau, well, what we did in the beginning is explain why the anger is perpetual. Is because we took the birthright. Okay? So, and it's a spiritual anger. Okay? So he's already evil, and now we gave him a reason to lock his radars on us. You know what I'm saying? Which ultimately it was the will of the Most High anyway. Okay? You go ahead, brother.
Verse 5, it says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and the time that their iniquity had an end.
Yeah. This really at the time. For real, and they had other times, but we are not in so-called the transatlantic hardcore slavery anymore. So you can say that this is what iniquity, this is the opportunity that iniquity should end. You know what I'm saying? Because we got out of the hardship. But Esau doesn't stop. They still find ways to exact their hatred by putting us to death or unjustly judging us, okay? Because taking away opportunities, you know, like they hate us for that. Like you spent years and years and years and years on not allowing Jake in colleges, and then Jake get into college, and then they get grants. What Edom might say, oh y'all get grants, y'all get this, y'all get that. Like that don't cover it, cause that don't give you a right to continue to hate or to, you know what I'm saying, push it out. You know what I'm saying? Just like there was a news feed as of recent, a commentator at a basketball game seen the girls kneeling, and it's like calling them effing niggers, man. You know what I'm saying? And saying, you know, they should, I hope they lose and things like that. I'm pretty sure they hope worse, you know, on them. But that shows that they still have a hatred. Even when you stand up and fight for your right, when we do it, it's a problem. Hey, case in point, the so-called Black Lives Matter movement, the protest, Esau was gun-ho ready to destroy things, but then when they was doing it, they stormed the Capitol, that's a federal offense. And we need to find people and search. You got all this fucking technology, people with phones and all that. They're on the phone. So it's not like they didn't have their phone. They're recording it and showing you. So you can see exactly who did it. You got the locations. I'd be watching First 48 on their phone. You know what I'm saying?
Leaned off of this tower and
even niggas know. And what it say? You can't slide. If you slide, you can't slide with your iPhone. You know what I'm saying? Even if a nigga know it, I'm pretty sure the people that have advanced technology knows. You know? And these niggas, and these Trump supporters, they got money. They got Apple Watches. I know for a fact those things are trackable.
Yeah.
Verse 6, it says, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sith thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
Yeah, they haven't hated blood, but they act like they do, but they always somewhere killing somebody, man. You know, they always bombing. They say they got this person, but they ain't gonna tell you how many people they got. Well, hell, we already know what they're doing with this medical revolution that they're trying to create. You know, making transhumans. You know, making you a half computer, a cyborg, half computer, half human. You know, and with that, you know, along with the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip, once you put them two together, it's a wrap. You got a hardwired system, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why you think they hustling and bustling for this 5G. You know, that 5G is pretty much a running, it's a running system. It's a Wi-Fi connection for us, ultimately. How you think them chips are gonna operate? And they don't want you to go out in the middle of Nebraska and lose your signal. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna put that shit in the most everywhere in the rural areas, densely populated, to where you got that chip. They're gonna know exactly where you're at. They're gonna know if you're panicking. They know, like, just like them Apple Watches. We were just talking about it. They know if your heart rate is high. You know your health state, how many calories you burning, what's your calories. You know how many steps, how fast you moving. You know what I'm saying? All these kind of things. They're through that chip. You know, and it's gonna come. It's crazy that the scoffers and naysayers say it's not. Okay, but we're gonna continue with So we got into Esau having this perpetual hatred. So now let's get into give you this precept. Can you get Jeremiah 13 and 23 about Michelle? Yeah. Did you have something, brother?
No.
Pass it.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Slack. I should let you get it right then and there.
No, it's good.
13 and 23.
I got it.
Yeah, he gonna get it.
sorry.
Let that brother get it. So,
Now this is the book of Jeremiah chapter 13 and verse 25. It says, "This is thy lot, the portion of thy measures from me, saith the Lord Yahweh, because thou hast forgotten me and trusted in falsehood."
Jeremiah
said 15,
13,
so I
13
Yeah.
chapter 13 verse 23.
Verse 23. Okay, Con. Yeah, just a couple verses off. This is Jeremiah 13, verse 23. It says, "Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil."
Yeah. So if you're evil, you're gonna do evil. You can't change. You know what I'm saying? You're not. Esau is a killing machine. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no like fairy tale where you turn a big ass dragon like a Shrek, a big ass dragon, and they end up being cool and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's not how it's gonna work. Big soft ass dragon. No, it's a dragon. The dragon's gonna do what it's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And that's devour. And Esau is that dragon on this planet Earth. You know? So let's get this scripture. What the scripture says,
I grab this right quick.
yeah.
Because it came back up actually. It's Ecclesiasticus 18 and 1. It says, "He that liveth forever hath created all things in general. The Lord only is righteous, and there is none other but he, who governeth the world with the palm of his hand, and all things obey his will. For he is the king of all, by his power dividing holy things among them from profane."
You could break it down,
So
bro.
like the brother was saying, we just brought out Jeremiah 13. An Ethiopian can't change their skin, nor a leopard their spots. The Lord set up people to be the vessels unto honor and vessels unto dishonor, because he governeth the world with the palm of his hand, and all things obey his will. Everything has to obey his will, because that's how he got it set up. That's how his operating system is set up. This whole earth is his operating system, and everybody do their job and play their part.
Hey, that's why it says you can do nothing against the truth before the truth. So everybody's gonna play their role.
Yeah, you ultimately think you're resistant. You're just going with the flow. You're just a part of the resistance. You know?
This is the book of Isaiah 26 and verse 10. It says, "Let favor be shewed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness he will deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord Yahweh."
And there you go. So showing, being nice to Esau and saying, okay, well, if we be nice to you, will you change and realize that this ain't no fucking Disney movie, man. You show nice, oh, this is nice, oh, and the man transform and turn into a nice person too. Nah, man, these people are evil and they won't change. They haven't changed. Esau had plenty of time. Once he came into America, like Joe, like
It's a fresh start.
yeah, like, and you like, okay, let's say after transatlantic slave trade, and you say, oh damn, I was fucked up, and you got rulership. Okay, I'm on top. All right, I fucked up. I did them dirty. Let me kind of, just if I forget about it, maybe they'll forget about it. I'm just gonna be cool. You know what I'm saying? I need to work on myself. No, they never did that. They just keep destroying Jake, man, in any type of way. After slavery, with the taskmasters and everybody, it switched over to the KKK. You know what I'm saying? And then it switched over to the police. And then all along the whole time they're creating laws, to oppress us also, man. So again, it's a perpetual hatred. They're gonna find some type of new way to hate a nigga. $20 billion to push, this medical cyber organism on who? Minorities. That's a perpetual hatred. The first, and Jake is simple. Because when has Esau ever had a revelation of anything and gave it to us first? You know what I'm saying? Like when? Telsas, them cell phones. People have cell phones before we even knew about them. The rich did. Well, all of a sudden, everything is needed for the poor. Ain't nobody created cell phones like this is the way to communicate. We need to get this to the poor. You know what I'm saying? Teslas. Oh, we need to get this to the poor. Colleges. Oh, we need to get this to the poor. It ain't never been that. Why all of a sudden this is why all of a sudden they care about everybody? If you really care about everybody that much, you would just shut this country down and allow it to heal itself. And what I mean by, you know what I'm talking about, we're talking about this current pandemic. You would shut the country down if it's all about the people. Hell, there's people at the border right now. I want to do a lesson on, but I was like, but it's still, they said there's people coming from the Latin tribes are pretty much coming to the border and they're getting passed and they're blaming it on Biden, right? They're saying since Biden's legislation have changed, the immigrants are coming back. I said, what the fuck? What they watching? They got CNN too? And then they said, yeah, a 10-year-old kid. I said, oh, they know about Biden's legislation? When do 10? And then it says child neglect to shove a kid over the border. It's technically child neglect, but in a sense, they're shoving their kid across that border because they think this is a land flowing with milk and honey. And Esau project that. Yeah, we know better. When you go over there and bomb and occupy these other countries, you act like you know better. So you can push that on these countries so they start coming. They're not coming because of Biden or anything. They're coming because of that fucking famine down there. You know what I'm saying? That rulership down there. And they're trying to get the hell up out of here. Talking about they had the cartels is helping them over, and they got bracelets, pink and black bracelets. I said, damn, so why don't you just cut the shit off? You know what I'm saying? Like there's so much. Like Fox is just horrible. I said to myself, like, how much you been lying that y'all got this far in line? And like I just showed up and it just all sounds stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't watch Fox like that, but we have to watch the news. And I'm like, I tuned in the middle of the movie. Like y'all been lying this whole time. Y'all got this far, and it's like you so deep in this lie, it don't make no sense. But they don't know because they've been lying at the lie, to the point they didn't say, oh, these people are coming to the walls for Trump, and Trump refuses them. Then they got concentration camps, but Biden's letting them in. And when Trump was doing it, other people say it was a hazard because of concentration camps and stuff like that. People being separated from their kids. That's clear cut. That they did that. You know what I'm saying? Biden's letting them in and shipping them out and taking care of them. Then that's a natural security. It's a domestic terrorism damn near, because you're spreading the COVID. You know what I'm saying? Or letting fucking smugglers in and all that. That's speculation. When you let these Germans in, you know what I'm saying? These Moabites and these Ammonites in, anybody that comes from they could be anything. Like, Israelites is the only people that just, we smugglers, man. You know what I'm saying? These Nigerians is off the chain, man. You know what I'm saying? When they come over here with shit, these Moabites, all these people, man. Talking about they taking jobs. These Moabites took over, bro. They got Chinatown.
Right.
Like
in every major city.
Yeah, how is that not a problem? You don't see Mexican town. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you see like New Mexico or something like that. But they've been here. These are people that are coming from across the earth over here and creating towns.
Yeah.
You know?
And then when you had all that was going on down in Texas with the weather or whatnot, the governor, Ted Cruz, left Texas and went to Mexico, and his excuse was, well, there was no clean water, there was no food, there was no resources. I had to do what was best for my family and cross the border. So then when they try to cross the border from Mexico into the U.S. to do what's best for their family, they're demonized.
Yeah. And Esau's his rhetoric doesn't match up. But he always has a good reason, as a brother just put out there. He's gonna, and that's why I say the brothers, like, just because you got a good reason doesn't mean it's right. You know what I'm saying? Like, Esau got a good reason. Yeah, I have to do what's best for my family. But like the brother said, well, what about everybody else when they're doing it on the other end? Now they're terrorists, and they'll break it down and make it sound legit. But it's what people have to realize is what's right for the environment. But what the scriptures say, the prudent man looketh well to his going, but the simple believeth every word. They get on news and say it. You don't sit there and say, well, damn, didn't y'all do that? Then y'all come over here with chicken pox and smallpox, with diseases. What you came over here for? A better life. The natives let you win. Look at America. So how is that concept how is that a destructive concept to let somebody in looking for a new life? Didn't you come over here? Then don't the scripture say treat others as you would want to be treated? As you would treat yourself? Yeah. Love thy neighbor? But it's a national terror. You're threatening the citizens of America. You know why they say that? Because so the Americans say, yeah, you're threatening us. Y'all got to go. And once the people say it, then they're going to, next thing you know, the troops come in. And everybody, they're going to watch, UFC and Bad Girls Club and mind their business. Like, oh, that's some terrorists. Don't worry about them. Because they already demonized them, But that's that perpetual hatred Esau has towards Jacob, okay? You got some more of that?
No, I got the Genesis. That's good enough if you wanted more of that.
No, I didn't want that. What we just read?
Isaiah 26 and 10 is last I read.
Yeah. So let's get that in Sirach. It says, the wicked were created for the days of evil, and so you be getting precepts. You know what I'm saying? I have two readers and just get precepts. But just stay on point with that, Okay. You know what I'm talking about? Zara know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
I think it was in Proverbs.
Nah, not that one. It's he's the sword, the wicked, which is that sword.
Oh, okay, kind. Like Psalms 15?
Psalm 17 and 13. But I still want that one in Sirach too. When they're talking about the spirits created for vengeance and things like that.
Okay, kind. Yep. Which one you want first?
Psalm 17 and 13. For sure. You got it?
Oh, I got the Sirach.
Psalms chapter 17, in verse 13. It says, Arise, O Lord Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
Mm-hmm.
From men which are thy hand, O Lord, from men from men of the world which have their portion in this life, and whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasure. They are full of children, and leave the rest of the substance to their babes.
Yeah, it says, Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. Why is the wicked the sword? It's ultimately going back to Baruch chapter 4, that we move the Most High to anger. The Lord created Esau to be a whooping stick on us because we move him to wrath. The Lord the Lord cold. You know what I'm saying? He'll make somebody to beat us up. Like we acting a fool, and it's like, all right, you see people, a badass kid, like, man, I wish I could find somebody to kick your ass. The Lord creates people for that. You know what I'm saying? We walking around a bunch of badass kids, and like, I bet. You know what I'm saying? Esau. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just like, he just let him go on us, man. Because the Lord said he's not a man that he should tempt you to do evil. So he created evil in the spiritual realm so they can inhabit. And this is another thing that people don't understand. Let's get that real quick, and I'm gonna cover that point.
God, this is Ecclesiasticus 39 and 28. It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
That's right. So there's all kind of spirits out here, but we all the spirits, okay? We all come from the spiritual realm, you know. But there are spirits in the spirit world that will never inhabit bodies. You know what I'm saying? They come down here and fuck shit up too. You know, hop on a random wheel on an 18-wheeler and unhinge it and pop it off, and you walking down the street whistling, and that fucking tire hit you in the back of your head like it did that dude. Bang! That's a vengeful spirit, man. It don't mean like it can't. Spirits got all kind of abilities, man. You know, this ain't no paranormal activity that's insidious, but they have. Like I was watching Conjuring, man, and they said a good point. They said, man, they said, are these demons? These are ghosts? And it's like, these ain't ghosts. These are people that haven't been here. So they want your body. But that's a good point. There's spirits that were created that don't inhabit bodies. Like archangels, you know, Michael and Raphael, Gabriel, they don't inhabit bodies. You know, they just come down here and manifest themselves in a way that they may appear. But there's angels that bow down to the Most High and worship Him. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do they do? It's like, that's all they do. That's what the scriptures say.
Yeah.
They bow down and worship Him. You know what I'm saying? And that's what their spiritual job is. You know? So when you're talking about this spirits created for vengeance, the Lord created Esau as a spiritual congregation, and these congregations inhabit bodies. And he always gonna come out as Edomites, Joe. You know what I'm saying? And them same day, there's spirits that don't inhabit bodies that come down here and do evil shit too, man. You know, give you evil thoughts.
I got a precept.
You know, you go ahead, brother.
I'm gonna just get straight to the point. This is 1 Kings 22 and 21.
Yeah. I was like, ain't no way you're gonna get done with that, but you gotta go. You gotta start somewhere.
And there came, what's it like?
I'll just explain it and you just get to decent points on it.
Okay, Con. It says, and there came forth a spirit and stood before the Most High Yahweh and said, I will persuade him. And the Most High said unto him, wherewith? And he said, I will go forth and will be a lion spirit in the mouth of all his prophets.
So that's that spirit created, that wicked spirit, man, that the Lord created. Okay, because as crazy as it sounds, the Lord created Satan, and Satan works for the Lord. He's on payroll, man. You know what I'm saying? And he's on salary shit. You know?
Yeah.
He's on salary and he's going overtime.
Yeah. Overtime he won't.
You know? And as we read in Sirach, they're gonna appease the wrath of the Most High to his perfection. So when you talking about spirits, ain't no like, I don't know if I should do that. There's like, do this, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're built to do that. You know, like a bird flying. You know what I'm saying? A fish swimming. It's just a natural thing to do that. And that's what people don't understand. You know, and people thinking that you can change that. You cannot change what the Lord made you. Least happily you find yourself to fight against the Most High. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to make an Edomite right. That's like having a pet monkey, man. That monkey gonna chill for a minute, but it's gonna get into some monkey shit eventually. You know what I'm saying? The doodle swing. Whoa, what the fuck was that? Like, yo, this motherfucker tearing shit up.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, that's like the story you be telling about the frog and the scorpion.
Yeah, the frog and the scorpion. The scorpion trying to get across the river. And he just stung him anyway. They both died. Like,
Got to.
I couldn't help myself. Your forehead right there, G. That was a perfect sting. You know what I'm saying? Tell my homies about it. You know what I'm saying?
It says, and he said, thou shalt persuade him and prevail also. Go forth and do so.
Yeah, so the Lord was talking to wicked spirits to make Ahab go off. You know what I'm saying? Or persuade Ahab, I'll say. And there was a lying spirit. Again, remember, the Lord creates spirits to be a certain way, and they will do it into their perfection. So an angel is a righteous spirit. They're not going to lie. They're not built like that. They're not going to be in that, you know, they may not tell you information, but most of the time they tell you. Or they tell you don't worry about it. You know, to not telling somebody information is not a lie. Because, you know, women don't understand that. They're like, you tell them, like, I ain't tell you. Like, why you lie to me? It's like, no, I didn't tell you. I didn't lie to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with with that. You know, angels, like Raphael with Tobit, he didn't tell him the whole time he was an angel. Till he asked, he was like, you know, that I have no father, no mother. Pretty much was like, in a way, don't worry about it. And then later on, he told him, you know what I'm saying, I'm an angel. Because he had to accomplish the goal.
Yep, it would have distracted him from the mission.
Yeah, he walking with Raphael the whole time. He was fucking up, dick riding and shit. Oh man, what's happening? So tell me about heaven, bro. We need to go down there and get this stuff, bro. Like, but bro, we could be doing so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'd be probably wrestling them with like Jacob. You know what I'm saying? They probably heard the stories. Like, man, don't go down there and tell nobody. You never have to wrestle with one of the Israelites strong down there. You know, I made them that way, bro. You gonna wrestle for some hours, G. You know, but it's a joke, you know. But the whole point is that you know, angels have a certain decorum and demons have a certain decorum. Okay, and within the scripture, the brothers reading, the wicked spirits had a better idea, and so the Lord approved it. Okay, go ahead, brother.
This is Proverbs 16 and 4. It says, the Most High Yahweh hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil.
That's perfect. So who is the wicked? Esau's the wicked. Can our people be wicked? Yes, indeed. Wicked spirits get on them. Esau is just a wicked spirit. Nobody needs to push him. You know what I'm saying? He's just going to do it, man. You know, all that shit that they be doing. Like, only people that really don't think like that is Jacob, man. Negro, Latino, Native Americans. We don't have that niggerish mentality. You know what I'm saying? To the point that, you know, we should do this. We should, you know, blow up this place. We need to create a bomb. Like, Jake don't think like that. Esau thinks his blessing is the sword. And that's to destroy. And the sword I ain't never know a sword that, even when you're cooking, this shit severs shit, man.
Right.
You know, you're destroying things. You got a precept.
Yeah, this is Revelation chapter 9, verse 15. And the four angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year, for to slay the third part of men.
Yeah, you can break it down, brother.
And that third part of men is talking about the wicked. You have three types of men. You have the sons of the Most High. You have the sons of the wicked, which is Esau, sons of the Most High being Israelites. And then you have the sons of men, which are the other nations. So that's making a further point on, like the brother was saying, about spirits that are meant to go where they go. You know, you have an Edomite that's going to always come back as an Edomite because he is a son of the wicked. You have a Jake that's going to come back and inhabit the spirit of a Jake because he is a Jake. And the other nations as well.
So now going into, you know, the spirits that are created for evil, these spirits inhabit bodies. There's spirits that are evil that inhabit bodies. And let's go to 2nd Ezra chapter 8, because again, people think subjectively, you know, about when you see somebody. I'm in a body. If somebody did this to me, it made me feel like this. You don't know what a person deserves. You know, you see like we was watching this fucking video, man. It was horrendous. But they pretty much jumped this dude on All-Star Weekend, knocked his ass out, and then ran and got in the car. The car, it was like a video shoot. You know how they got cars in front of you and you rapping in front of the cars? He was knocked out and he was getting beat up like that. It looked like a video shoot, you know what I'm saying? The car sitting in front of him, they beating him up. Somebody scattered, everybody kind of like separate a little bit. He get in the car and they run him over. He's under the car and he runs him over. Then he rolls. The dude never left from underneath the car. And the first thing came to mind was like, what the fuck did he do? That somebody wanted to do him that. You know what I'm saying? Now, me looking at it, it's like, I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? But simple people be like, no, don't do that to him. You don't know what this dude did to cause that amount of anger. Because I wouldn't, you gotta, if you don't think subjective, think about what will make you run over somebody. You know what I'm saying? You have to rape somebody's kid, or that's that nigga right there. He killed my brother. You know what I'm saying? And you seen him or something like that. You know, that's why the people had to flee into the city of refuge because you couldn't control the rage of a man. You know? Like,
And if you come out that city, they got the right to bless your
They
head.
gotta, yeah, because it's an anger that can't be alleviated.
Yeah.
Totally
You know what I'm
agree with
saying?
that, John.
So within that, it shows that there's, you know, anger that people hold, and there's a reason why people would do something like that. You know, but Esau, he don't really have it. He just did it because we had a certain, in this time, certain skin color, but it's really going back to the birthright. You know, to sit there and hang somebody and take pictures. On a shallow point, they didn't have no reason to do that. But it goes all the way back to the birthright. You know what I'm saying? So let's get second Ezra when Ezra is asking the Lord, you know, to bring everybody, and he said, you know, you come far short to think that you love the creature more than I. You know, because people think compassion that and the Lord said, we like the Lord gonna kill Edom, and like but I love so much that I can change him. Right? Nigga, shut up, man. Like, you're not doing, that's not the right thing to do. Even if you think it's right, even if you think that's love, man. You know, you pretty much somebody running, and they didn't fucking rape the whole house, men and women, kill all the babies, and they come running and you let them in. What do you think? You think that's good? You harboring a fugitive. And that's the same thing when you appeal to Esau, you're harboring a fugitive, man. You know, the Lord about to kill this nigga, and you talking about, come on, hide in the back. The Lord gonna smoke you and him. You know? If brother can't find that.
You want to get straight to the point?
Yeah.
Okay, Con. This is 2 Ezra 5:33. It says, And I said, Speak on, my Lord. Then said he unto me, Thou art sore troubled in mind for Israel's sake. Lovest thou that people better than he that made them? And I said, No, Lord, but of very grief have I.
So he said, look, Ezra's was like, damn, you gonna do all that to him? Don't do that to him. Like, why would you do that? He's defending the wicked. Because when you go into the scripture in itself, he said Abraham prayed for these people, Lot prayed for these people, and blah, blah, blah. And he's ultimately talking about, you know, Lot and Sodom, and this person prayed, and the angel said, those times be for those times. Matt, did I jump that?
I think that's... let me see.
But read that, because that's good too.
Okay, Con. It says, 34, it says, And I said, No, Lord, but of very grief have I spoken, for my reins pain me every hour, while I labor to comprehend the way of the Most High, and to seek out part of his judgment. And he said unto me, Thou canst not. And I said, Wherefore, Lord? Whereunto was I born then? Or why was not my mother's womb then my grave, that I might not have seen the travail of Jacob, and the wearisome toil of the stock of Israel?
So he had, so it's 8 and 47.
Okay, kind of.
So he pretty much was like, you know, like, why don't you judge him like this? And it's like, bro, you thinking good, but you don't understand my will. You don't understand who these people are. You know, and that's what people don't understand, because all these killers were babies.